Well, I think to be influential in HR in any organisation, I think you have to do something where you resonate, your values resonate in terms of the organisation. And I've been lucky enough to be working in the NHS for the last 20 years. It's an organisation I care deeply about, and I think that comes through when I'm making decisions, doing management, taking leadership roles. So I think being influential in the context where your values resonate with the organisational values means that that comes across authentically. Well, it is a huge challenge, but HR, I think, has challenges in the good times and challenges in the tough times. And I've always thought that wherever there's sort of a context that you're working in, you've got to be true to yourself and make sure that your values come through in that. So at the moment, the NHS and the public sector is facing, tough financial challenges, as is the rest of the economy. But it's just as important to me that we concentrate on staff engagement in the challenging times as we would do when we were, say, more financially buoyant. So all those things are important in terms of looking influential. You've just got to get something where you are resonating, I think, with the organisation in which you work. Yeah, I think it's really important in organisations that you do have challenging and robust HR. In any organisation that's going to be important, but in people-rich organisations like the NHS, where we rely on those staff delivering the best quality care to something like 1 million people every 36 hours, then we've got to have really robust HR. We've got to show through the systems that we have, the procedures that we have, the way that we manage people, that we care about them because we want them to care about the people that they're serving. Now, we don't get that right all of the time, but I think that the important thing about HR is that you bring those values into the organisation in terms of what you're trying to achieve and show that you're trying to organise it in such a way that you recognise the talent that's in the organisation. And we want those people to be talking about how they enjoy working in the NHS, because we want their children, their friends, their colleagues to think of this as a great profession where they can show compassion and add value in terms of the work that they do each day. HR has got to be influential in a variety of different ways. I think in the past we've viewed influential HR as, how many people from the HR function become chief executives, and that's not a bad measure. It's showing that you're connected with the business. To me, I think HR and being influential is more about how many people from line management can we attract into the HR function, because they see the HR function as adding value to the organisation and something that's good to their careers and good to the organisation. I think that's a very different lens through which to view HR. And then in the context that we work, if our values shine through, then we want to make sure that we've got a vibrant, sustainable organisation. And for an organisation like the NHS with something like 1.4 million people, we need to get some of the brightest and the best that are coming out of our universities. We also need some of the brightest and the best that are coming out of our schools that can come in as apprenticeships, that can come in and do administrative work, that can do reception, that can do support work. The compassion that they show is just as important to the patients as those professionals who've got a degree or are qualified. It's a whole package when you look at the NHS, and we need to make sure that we're attracting the right people into it.